I believe I mentioned this before, but most painful memories have a distinct beauty when viewed from a far enough distance. Most, but not all. Some remain fresh, no matter how many times they have been bandaged. Wounds best left alone.
If they're too painful to remember, then why not just forget them?
Because they are lessons for others to learn from. Lessons that can help you turn despair into hope. I made a pact to never turn my back on the abject despair that I myself once felt.
Come one, come all, and listen well to my words. I hereby announce the first Palamecian Grand Tournament. I bid all who feel up to the challenge to test their mettle. Yet be warned that in all tests of strength, injury, and perhaps death are a persistent threat. You there, do you quiver in anticipation or in fear? Then allow me to sweeten the pot. The man who emerges the victor will win the glorious prize of having one of their most dear wishes granted on the spot. Ah, but perhaps you do not believe. Fear not. The patron of the Grand Tournament is none other than Lord Chaos, a man who wishes for your success. Yet do not think that Lord Chaos will dictate the rules of engagement to exert power over those less fortunate than he. For you, dearest citizens, have the authority to choose them yourselves. They will be called the Laws of Palamecia.
That's Vox, but he seems more normal.
He used to be a mere human as well.
And then became what he is today. remember that the prophecy had a tournament. The Warrior of Light supposedly would win a victory by default, not in combat.
That is true. Another one of my so-called exploits that came to become part of the prophecy. As you can see, my tale is tied inevitably to it.
Chaos is entering the competition too. Do you think, he'll marry Sarah if he wins?
Maybe. He seems confident.
But, there's no way he can. I mean, not if you're there, right? And you will be.
You signed me up?
I had to! Who else can win and get Chaos to open up the sluice gates? Come on! You're our best swordsman! You owe it to everyone here!
So, this was the first tournament. And you managed to eke out a victory without harming anyone, right? That makes sense.
Does it? I would ask you not to assume, but to see the truth with your own two eyes.
Why do I have to see it for myself when you're here to tell me exactly what happened?
Because what's important isn't the end result. It's what you learn on the way there. How you've grown and matured in the process, and how you interpret the two. Even though I never intended to leave my village behind and set out on a life-altering adventure, I was forced to by things beyond my control, and my fate was decided on the battlefield rather than the rice field.
So you didn't like fighting?
I resented the unfairness of reality, and complained every last step of the way. I want to show you everything that I saw, heard, and felt in my journey. If you learn why my path was the way that it was, you might find clues on how to overcome the forces that seek to shape your life, particularly when you are faced with choices that may end in anger. That is my gift to you.
So I'm supposed to learn from you and live in exactly the same way?
No. I ask that you pay close attention to what I show you. Take whatever kernels of wisdom that you may, and use them so that you do not end up a lonely old man. The Warrior of Light's long journey began in a tiny, nondescript village. A village that had long been terrorized by its ruler, Chaos. I should have spent my life there as a simple farmer. Yet the threads of fate bound me endlessly to the sword. I was forced to bear arms against the evil that threatened us. I fell prey to abject despair, and the path before me was laden with thorns. Yet from this despair I rose, bringing hope to this world as the Warrior of Light. And in so doing, I forever changed the order of this world. From this very disorder, Palamecia's insatiable desire to be regaled with tales of hope was born. For example, a tale of an ordinary young man rising up against evil, vanquishing it to restore peace to a long-suffering world. People wish not to think. They wish to be comforted. Yes, my tale can teach you much about the true nature of Palamecia, how it came to be, and why it is how it is. But some tales must be experienced, not told. And this tale will reveal the origin of the Warrior of Light.
How was my master's past? The warrior of light began not from glory, but obscurity.
Certainly not anything to write home about. Does it get better?
Though the days may have looked calm and peaceful, there was evil bubbling just beneath the surface. Where we stand now is much the same. You may find it to be still and quiet, but nothing could be further from the truth.
Is that so?
This place exists between reality and my master's memories. A land of countless battles, both amalgamated and warped in form. I hesitate to call it hell, but instead, a place for atonement. But more than that, it's also a place for a prospective warrior of light to train.
Now we're back to the endless trials.
If we are to continue down this path of memories, you must experience more personal growth and unlock your potential. But if you truly feel that you are ready for what lies ahead, then I will let you pass without any objections.
Turn to the earth!
I could have beaten them with a nail bat. Why did Sid summon me? I had a pretty good idea. He could tell I'd lost heart. Everyone here would have me take up arms. Everyone. But why go through the trouble of becoming a warrior of light just to fulfill the ambitions of others? In truth, I was ready to lay down my sword when Sid sent for me. That's the law here. In Palamecia, you fight, or you're forgotten. And that's just the way it is. Sid did claim this twisted world would reveal its true nature through his tale. Should I relive his memories? Will I be willing to once again walk the path of the warrior of light?
I've watched you trace back to my master's origins, back to the first story. I see a light inside you. It grows stronger.
Really? I don't feel any different.
I may be a Moogle no longer, but can see it. I see it shining from within.
If you say so.
Let us continue on. My master is waiting for us.